play Come Together by the Beatles is going to be played in drop D tuning and uses no capo. Usually whenever I do a lesson, I try to mimic as closely as possible the guitar part with what I'm actually showing you here, but for this song, so much of what we recognize about Come Together is actually being driven by the bass. So what I'm replicating here is kind of a hybrid between the bass part and the guitar part in a way that someone that is covering the song just solo acoustic should be able to pull it off and carry the recognizable parts of the song. If you want to know exactly what the actual guitar is doing on the album Abbey Road, this is not the lesson for you. There are plenty of other lessons that adequately cover this, but I'm showing you a hybrid in a way that you could cover it solo acoustic here. So you'll need to tune your 6th string down to a D, drop D tuning. To play this, I'm starting off by striking out of a D chord. I've got my first and ring fingers basically in a D major chord, but I'm honestly not even hitting the strings that my ring and first finger are striking, or fretting rather. I'm just striking the first 3 strings of the guitar, 6, 5, and 4. And then I'm using my 2nd finger to grab around the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and I'm sliding it up to the 7th fret of the 6th string. And then I'm putting my pinky finger down on the 5th string, 7th fret. I'm sorry, this would be the 8th fret. So I'm sliding with my 2nd finger to the 6th string, 7, and then I'm putting my pinky finger down on the 5th string, 8. And then I'm sliding back down. This is a part that I'm just making up to fill some space. I'm sliding back down to the D, the 5th string, 5th fret. And then I'm going 5th string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 5th fret, 6th string, 3rd fret, and I'm pulling that before getting back into the D chord. And that's the first round. And then repeat. And then on the repeat, I'm hitting a harmonic of just across the 5th fret of strings 6, 5, 4, and 3. If you're not familiar with how to hit a harmonic, you just lay your finger barely across the strings right over the fret that you're wanting to fret, and then strike the strings and gently lift your finger off the fret so that your strings can resonate. So you're not depressing the string onto the fret, you're just laying your finger across the strings at the fret, striking the strings, and then lifting your finger. So that's the 2nd and 4th times through. So 1st times through, the D is, and then walk down and resolve to the F, and then D, and harmonic. Repeat. And this is modeling after what the bass is doing. What the bass is doing is actually is what the bass is doing, but you can hear that intent behind. So that's the main thing that's going to carry this song. The next chord that you need to know is going to be an A chord. That comes after the verses. This is basically the pre-chorus. So to play this A, you'll have an open 5th string, and then use your finger, your first finger, to depress the 2nd fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. And then you'll go to a G chord. The way that you're going to play a G chord in drop D tuning is put your ring and pinky fingers on the 5th fret of string 6 and 5. You'll have an open 4th string and open 3 string, and then put your first finger on the 3rd fret of string 2, and strum from the 6th string to the 2nd string. Avoid the open 1. After you strum that G, you can carry the kick drum part right there on the bridge of your guitar by hitting like and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 before dropping back into the main riff. So that repeats a few times. That's the verse and the pre-chorus. And then eventually whenever it comes around to the chorus is going to be a B minor to a G to an A. So the B minor, you've got your first finger on the 5th string in the 2nd fret, your ring and pinky finger on strings 4 and 3 of the 4th fret, and your 2nd finger on string 2, 3rd fret. The next chord is going to be a G. The way that I play this G is out of the B minor shape. I slide my pinky up to the slide my pinky up to the 3rd string, 7th fret, and then I bar with my first finger across the 5th fret of strings 6, 5, and 4. That gives me a G chord. And then for the last chord of the chorus, I take this shape. I'm avoiding strings 1 and 2 altogether here, by the way. I take this shape and I raise it 2 frets so that my first finger is barring across the 7th fret and my pinky finger is on the 9th fret of string 3, and that's my A. And then it falls back into the riff. For the lead break of the song, you can mimic the lead break by going. The way that you're going to do that is out of the D chord. For the D chord, I've got my first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret and ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and I'm avoiding the 1st string altogether. I'm strumming from 6th string through the 2nd string. So hit that D chord, and then you're going to play an F octave. For the F octave, you put your 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, ring finger on the 4th string 3rd fret, leave your first finger where it was for the D on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and go down, up, and then down, up, open up to the D, and then with your 2nd finger, put it down on the 5th string 3rd fret, and hit that C so that you can go. Back up to the D. So D, F, 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 C, D, F, 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 D, C, D. Yeah, F, 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 D, C. Yeah. That's what it is. After doing that like 4 times, it'll then come to the A chord. Inside of this A chord, I tend to go. The way that I do that is I'm sliding up to the 9th fret of the 3rd string and the 1st string. So I've got my 2nd finger on the 9th fret and my ring finger on the 9th fret of strings 3 and 2. And then slide to the 7th fret of strings 3 and 2. And then you're going to slide your 2nd finger down 1 fret to the 6th string of string 3, and your first finger will go to the 5th string of string 1. Then take this shape and move it down 2 more frets, so your 2nd finger is on the 4th string of string 3, and your first finger is on the 3rd fret of string 1. And then go 4th fret of string 6 into a G chord. So for this chord, I've got my first finger barring across strings 6, 5, and 4 on the 5th fret, while putting my ring finger down on the 7th fret of the 3rd string and pinky finger down on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. And then I raise my pinky finger up 1 fret to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And then I move my pinky finger all together to the 7th fret of the 1st string. And then I go back into the riff.